Welcome back to Wegs Garage. We are back here again working on our 1964 Triumph TR4. Today we're going to start work on installing our new convertible top from Moss Motors on the car. So we're going to start kind of on the front with the stiffener bows that go up under the windscreen frame and then kind of work backwards from there. So stay tuned. All right, last week we did get the capping strip in place. If you haven't seen that episode yet, go check that out. We do have the stiffeners already installed in the front edge. You can see there's kind of a little pocket on the back here, and then there's three pieces. There's a short one here, a long one in the center, and another short one on the other side. It's just a little strip of metal in there that goes up underneath here. And they are not permanently installed yet. We'll be getting to that shortly. But the first thing we did was we kind of just measured out and actually found the center of the top and the center of the windscreen frame, which we marked on here with kind of a wax pencil, so we can get everything lined up just perfectly. First thing we're going to do then is get the front lined up using our two marks here. And then we're going to start in the front and kind of work our way back to get the position of the frame right. So we're going to get that secured, pull the frame up, and then from there we can figure out where those webbing straps that go on the actual top bows need to be positioned to keep this top tight. So we're going to start there.
We'll put that one in, then we'll do the other one.
Our front is now pretty much set. This is pushed up underneath that windscreen capping, and we basically pulled it tight from side to side and then installed these snaps in the corner. If you can see that there. There's one on either side, and it just basically serves to kind of tighten this along the front. If you snap this open, you can see under here there's kind of an interesting little flap here. We didn't have that on our old top. I believe what this does is when it's in here, it kind of like covers this portion here, which would potentially leak air and water. So you kind of push that behind the snap and then snap that down into place just like that. So that front is pretty much set. The center mark is not quite as critical up there anymore because we can't really move that anymore.
Now you gotta do it again.
All right, so what we got going on here is we're putting the lift-the-dot fastener on the end of the webbing straps. You can see these straps are almost like a seatbelt type material. It's flexible, but it's very rigid. And one end is folded over like that, and these lifted dots just go right on the end. Now, we weren't 100% sure which direction to put the fastener, but we decided to do it this way. And the reason for that is that when you take this off, then you can pull the strap to undo the lift the dot. I don't think it actually makes a huge difference which direction these go, because no matter what, they're going to be pinched under the top and they're not going to like move or anything. So but I like this because you can pull the strap. Maybe we're completely wrong, I don't know. I think it's going to work just fine. So we already did one, we just got to do the other one, and then we're going to try to start positioning the top bows and kind of play with the straps to get everything in position.
But that ain't going anywhere.
Okay, update here. So one challenge we're dealing with on this is that we did not have straps for this car originally. So what we've been working on is trying to figure out where exactly the top bows need to go in this strap. Let me get this out of the way. As you can see, the straps come up over the tops of the bows and kind of hold everything in place. There's little pads here that screw through the strap to hold it in place. So I've got it temporarily held with some clamps. Now, we think that the way to do this is to get the front all put together like we did, and then this is the little pocket that snaps around the front bar. So we pull it as tight as we can and try and guess where this is going to end up and make sure it is in this slot so that in the end you'll be able to snap this around the bar. So that's kind of where we have it right now. Obviously, like by lengthening this snap, you can really change the angle of the bows. Now, we're not sure if there's like a right dimension for any of this, but we don't think it really matters, because what's going to happen in the end is that we're going to put the lift the dots on the top in relation to wherever we put these bows. So I think what's really important here is that we make sure that both straps are the same length and that everything's nice and even and where we want it, and that it's going to line up with this little thing right here. And that's kind of where we're at. We are going to go ahead and try fitting these straps final, and that way we can really kind of see how it's going to turn out. The other reason we want to do it this way versus, like, I guess you could fit the top to the actual top. You could fit the bows to the top, but then, like, if your holes are wrong in the top, that's a pretty big deal. If we screw up a strap, it's just a strap. Not really a big deal. We can get more of those. So anyway, we're going to get those straps set, and then that's probably about where we're going to leave it today. I'm going to take this one off and use it to set the same distance on that one. Seems like a good idea.
See?
Oh, wow.
I like that. Get that thing away from me.
That's a quality fix right there.
They're a quality fix right there.
It's a padded roll bar now. All right, so we did get the straps installed here. The top is still loose, but I think everything's gonna fit quite nicely. But you can see there is a lot of tightening that has to happen when you put these in, but that will be for another day. For now, we do have the straps in. I think it's gonna work pretty well. Let's get this out of the way. Just kind of show you what we did here. They're still long. These nice straps from Moss Motors here, they definitely give you plenty of extra material. I think you could almost like really screw one up and still be okay. So I'm not sure. I did see some pictures where it almost looked like people wrapped this back around under here. I'm not actually sure how you would do that. We might do that treatment in the end. Otherwise, I guess you could just cut this off, but I have to look a little more into that. But the little plates go through there, screws go into the bows, and everything fits nice and tight. And you can see it holds it pretty sturdy. So that's kind of cool. That's like the first time this hood frame has sat under its own devices in who knows how long. So there it is. All right, so that's all the further we're going to take it for today. It's time for our beer of the day. Dad, what do we have today?
Today we have a lovely IPA from Severance Brewing in Sioux Falls. No, we don't get paid by them, but we never touch the cold brew until after the work is done.
That's usually good advice.
Because we're fuzzy-headed enough the way it is without adding this stuff to it. But now we can add this stuff to it.
All right, well, thanks so much for watching. Next time, we're going to get those lift-the-dot fasteners around the back and hopefully get all the rest of the little details done. And I don't know, we're a lot closer to being done with this top than I thought. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers.
We should have kippers with this.